I'm so tempted to ask you if you think John Roberts has ever been blackmailed by somebody in the NSA, because I don't understand his rulings lately, but I won't go down that road. What I would like to know is, as a guy who has argued in front of the Supreme Court, has worked in the Supreme Court, we are off the Constitution.
Yes.
They're making it up
Yes.
as they go along now, right?
That is absolutely right.
The ruling on Obamacare, I can't even fathom. They used to say, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not an attorney, didn't they used to say, you got that wrong, send it back, you do it right, and they bring it to us, right?
That is exactly right. You know, when the rulings came out last week, I commented publicly that these are some of the darkest 24 hours in our nation's history.
I agree.
And the entire liberal media went apoplectic with that comment. They said, darkest, what about 9/11? What about Pearl Harbor? What about...
This is the end of the Constitution.
And within 24 hours, on Thursday, 6 justices ignored federal law, rewrote Obamacare, literally took out an eraser, erased key portions of the bill in order to force that failed law on millions of Americans. And then on Friday, 5 justices ignored the Constitution and declared the authority to rewrite marriage, to strike down the marriage laws in all 50 states.
Help me out on this, because I think there's a lot of people, especially the millennials, that they're like cool with, you know, look, it's about love. It's about love. And I've tried to explain to my daughter, and she gets it now that she's been watching, but she came to me and she's like, Dad, it's about love. And I said, if it was about love, I'd be totally cool. I'd be totally cool. God tells me no, but that's not my job to judge them. I can't change their behavior. So I'd be totally cool. It's about changing and dismantling almost everything in our society. She now sees what is happening along the way. Explain to people that might be thinking, who are you, Ted Cruz, to judge me?
Well, look, this is, you are right, this is hand in hand with a concerted assault on religious liberty and a concerted assault on the Judeo-Christian values this country was built on.
I've heard them. They tell you it's absolutely not.
Well, you know, they will say that, but the facts speak otherwise. But let's begin with one of the premises that they repeat over and over again. They say the American people want this, and they point to poll after poll that show percentages of Americans who want this, and they point to millennials and say millennials want this. Well, you know, it's very easy to design a poll to get the result you want, and there are a lot of advocates here. We are seeing a propaganda effort from the mainstream media and from Hollywood. I can give you 2 facts that are counter to the notion that the American people want this. Number 1, 40 states, 40, have passed either laws or constitutional amendments protecting traditional marriage. When it goes to the ballot box, the people vote very differently from what the Hollywood advocates claim the American people want. A few years ago, the state of California, not a conservative state, bright blue, liberal California voted on marriage. And a majority of Californians voted for protecting traditional marriage as the union of one man and one woman. You know who voted overwhelmingly for that? Hispanics and African Americans. So this notion that gets repeated every day on the mainstream media is baloney. This is, they're attempting, if it were true that the American people wanted this, there'd be no need for a court case because they could win at the ballot box. They're doing this because they haven't been winning at the ballot box.